Hello and welcome again to Table Talk. I'm Mike Holly, one of the pastors at Asbury United Methodist Church, and we are so glad that you are using this weekly video and reflection guide so that you can gather around the dinner table or small group table to continue to learn and grow from our Sunday morning messages. Now, we just launched our First Fruits sermon series this past Sunday, where we're focusing on how giving helps us develop humble and generous hearts. Our reading from this week is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 19 through 23. It says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust consume, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light in you is darkness, how great is the darkness?" So those are the words from the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew's Gospel. These collected sayings are meant to help the followers of Jesus learn what it means to live out our relationship with God, with one another. A key focus of the 6th chapter of Matthew's Gospel is how the followers of Jesus can develop humble and generous hearts. Jesus names treasure or wealth as a roadblock to the developments of our heart in this process. We may think that the storing up of what we have received for future needs is wise, and in many ways it is. But if we store up too much and we begin to value that wealth or treasure more than we value God, we're getting into trouble. Jesus tells us that where our treasure is, there our hearts will be also. Our hearts are meant to love God and love neighbor. Our hearts are meant to be fully in the hands of God. In order for this to happen, we must learn to treasure God above anything and everything else. One way to treasure God is to spend time doing the very things that God commands us to do. Specifically in this case, giving generously. Giving generously breaks our worship of treasure and wealth and puts it to good use. Generous giving brings a bit of heaven to the people in true need around us here and now. And generous giving also puts a piece of our own heart in heaven with God. So piece by piece, gift by gift, each generous action helps us to begin to treasure the one who gives us everything. We hope that your conversation is helpful. Remember to view the link below to download a Table Talk Reflection study guide with the questions for families or for groups.